the start of the game, wasn't what you'd want. Was hoping to get 2 innings out of Bleecker, end up having to go to the bullpen in the first inning, and made a throwing error from the outfield, let the runner get in scoring position. And like you said, Bradley played a lot better than they did when we played them at their place. I knew they were going to. They had their best hitter was back in the lineup, and just a better night to play. It was a nasty night over there weather-wise, and things kind of spiraled on them quick. And we knew we'd get a lot better effort, and they jumped on top of us. 4 runs we were down, and then offensively it kind of looked like it was one of those weird nights where things weren't going to go your way, because we had a few barrels, like 3 line drives, and it was just like right at him, like, oh no, you kind of feel it coming on, and then we answer back in the bottom of the third with, I think we had 7 hits in the inning and 6 runs to go back on top 2, and that was really great to see from our offense. Pitching settled down a little bit. Chaz Wheatley was pretty good, and Justin Hackett's first inning was good, and then I thought Ben DeTay was really sharp tonight, and Sam Hart and same with Whitlock. They were all really solid. After the game settled down, they slowed it down for us big time, and we had opportunities to really blow it out and maybe get out of here early, and for whatever reason we had some empty at bats at key times scattered throughout the back end of that game that just can't happen. Weird stuff, and strikeout, bases loaded. Second, third, 1 out, we don't put the ball in play. Those are just things that at this point of the year you just it's nitpicky, but it can't happen. You just got to be better than that. You got to find a way to get that done, and you got even though we won, and even though we pounded out 16 hits, you got to hold yourself accountable to high standard, and those things just can't happen. But other than that, we got a lot of guys in the game. We didn't have to throw Watts, Hogue, or Wright, which was the goal coming in, and made it through with the guys we needed to, and now we'll accept the challenge of 2 midweeks next week and see how we can get through those. So, other than that, we'll head to Michigan tomorrow and get practice and get ready for the weekend.
You mentioned some of the things that you may have liked to see a little bit different with the offense, but it can be a tough matchup when you know how the first one went with a ton of free bases from the Bradley side for the team to be able to come in and like you said, bang out 16 hits tonight. Just what did you see that you liked from the offense tonight?
Yeah, it was really consistent up and down the lineup. Even though there was some really bad at-bats in there, there was a little production from pretty much everybody, and there were some clutch hits too. I thought Wilmus's double, 2 outs after a strikeout with runners at second and third. I thought those 2 runs were really big, and not letting Bradley back in the game. And I like the hit and run with Frost. You don't have to hit it hard because there's nobody over there, and got the job done, and it was good to execute and get that done. And I thought that Caleb Wolf had some really clutch at bats, good at bats today, and it's good to see Blake come in and get back to himself. And he was in a really good place, and then kind of scuffled a little bit this weekend with his timing, and it was good to see him back on time and really barrel the ball up to the deepest part of the park and hit another home run, and that was great to see. And those 2 runs made you feel a whole lot better heading into the 9th inning. And Reese Moore, the start of the game for Reese, his first 3 at-bats were tremendous. Couple doubles, and I like the fact tonight that even though we didn't hit a lot of home runs, I think what do we have, like 8 doubles or something.
7 doubles.
7 doubles. I mean, that's what you like to see on a night like tonight, is do some damage and drive in runs. And we had several guys. I think at least the first 6 guys in the lineup all had an RBI, and and guys at the bottom had RBIs as well. So that was the best part about the offense. It was really a team-oriented offense. Just got to erase some of the blips in it.
How important was Chaz Wheatley coming in there? And obviously, like I said, Bleeker was the plan was to go 2 innings with him, and all of a sudden you're bringing in Chaz earlier than he expected. For him to come in and get the double play ball and get out of things and settle things down, and then just overall with Chaz, it feels like he's trending in a really good direction right now.
Yeah, I would agree, Kyle. He definitely is trending in a good direction. He's really confident right now, and with his sink on his fastball, if he continues to do what he does, and that's come in and pound the zone, he gives you a chance to get that double play almost every time, because it's very, very tough to elevate his pitches when he stays down in the zone. You saw this weekend, unfortunately, he had one out of his stint that he left up, and that was the one that got hit in the wind. But he's been really consistent, really steady, and he's thrown a lot of strikes, and he's been able to hit with his off speed as well. And when he does that, I mean, he's got great stuff. He's got really good stuff, and it's unique, and delivery's a little funky, and he's a tough at bat. And the velo's up to 93 at times, and just hopefully we can keep Chaz trending that direction and just get more and more out of him. And another guy that you can use in high leverage situations late is something we're all looking for this time of year.
Gable Mitchell and Reese Moore, obviously great games today and really all season, being a good 1-2 punch in the 2 and 3 spots. But how have they kind of served as leaders for the rest of the offense?
I mean, Gable's the leader for the whole team, as being one of the captains, and not so much from his production, but from his what he brings every day to practice with his focus and his energy and his work habits. He's a guy on the team that everybody respects and is able to hold people accountable from a player's side to play at a high level and play at a high, expect a lot from themselves. And when you have a guy like that on your team, it's a big bonus. And then Reese, Reese's production this year has been exceptional, and starting to come into more of a leadership role. But he's just been super consistent this season, and one of the big reasons why our offense is one of the best in the Big Ten, and why we're scoring a lot of runs and win a lot of games.
You mentioned on Sunday that you felt like the guys maybe pressed a little bit and hadn't done that all year. What allowed them to kind of flip that script today when the offense wasn't maybe going right away?
Well, I mean, our whole philosophy and whole everything we do is designed on trying to play in the present and be where your feet are and eliminate the things that have happened in the past. And so it was not surprising to me that we were able to flip the script, to a different game. It's just being able to do it in the 4th inning or in the 3rd inning or the next pitch of the 5th inning, and that was the issue on Sunday, and to a degree we did, but on the offense, as we found a way to get a lead, and unfortunately gave it up on defense and pitching on Sunday. But this group is really good at their mental skills and their mental toughness, and being able to wipe stuff away and move on and do it with the right outlook is crucial to being a good baseball player and being a good baseball team. And honestly, the ability of our team to do that over the course of 34 games or whatever we're at right now is why we've been super consistent.